everyone. Welcome to another exciting edition of Inside LP. There's a lot going on today, and so we just figured it would be a good chance for everyone to share what they've been covering and just see what's happening around the world of Disney before we get back into actually covering it. So because Mike has to get ready for Mando Monday, I'm going to start with Mike so he can jump out as soon as he would like to. So Mike, today is not only Mando Monday, but it's also you were able to start talking about the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special coming to Disney Plus.
Yes, I posted my review this morning with the embargo for the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. It's a fun reimagining of the 1978 version in that it's watchable versus the non-watchable original, and it's got that Lego style of humor that you've come to expect from the animated stuff they've been putting out, and it's got a couple cast members back from the Star Wars movies. Kelly Marie Tran, Anthony Daniels, Billy D. Williams are all in it, and then the rest of the characters are all played by voice actors. But it's fun. It's only 45 minutes, I think, as opposed to the original holiday special, which is an interminable couple hours.
5 hours.
Yeah.
So I guess the obvious question I have is, does B. Arthur make an appearance?
No, there's no B. Arthur, but we do get to see Chewbacca's family again, so they are still around. Itchy, Lumpy, and Mala are around for Life Day, and they are celebrating Life Day. And then there's this whole other time travel adventure as Rey goes and visits eras of Star Wars past to learn how to be a better master to Finn, who is training to be a Jedi now.
So that debuts tomorrow, Life Day,
yes.
Right, on Disney Plus.
Yep.
And I know you got your Mando Monday show coming up just a few moments after 1:00 today. But do you have anything you want to tease? Anything exciting that was revealed today?
Yeah, some really cool Star Wars: The Black Series action figures from The Mandalorian. Greef Karga, the Carl Weathers character. Kuiil, the Ugnaught, the Nick Nolte character, and then Moff Gideon, the Giancarlo Esposito character. All guys that I wanted to see in Black Series 6-inch scale form, and now they are coming in the spring. And I think you can start pre-ordering them at 1 p.m. Pacific.
Great. So thanks so much, Mike. I guess why don't we go from Star Wars to Marvel? Mac, you reviewed Marvel 616.
Yeah, so this is the really fun new docu-series coming to Disney Plus this Friday. As Benji said, my review is up right now. Really great series. It's a must-watch if you're a big Marvel nerd like me. I mean, so many great stories about the people that have created these amazing characters and stories. And it covers such a wide variety of topics. So there's just something for everybody. I mean, my favorite episode so far has been about the Japanese Spider-Man series, which is fantastic. If you've never heard of it, check it out. Yeah, really, really good series coming to Disney Plus this Friday. Definitely recommend checking it out.
So I want to know more about this, but at the same time, I have to ask a sort of personal question. Did you change the decor at your house to the Grand Floridian? What's going on there?
No, I just moved in permanently to the Grand Floridian.
So I guess we overcompensate our people. So do you have a favorite episode of Marvel 616?
Yeah, from what I've seen so far, it's that Japanese Spider-Man episode. Really fun. It's wild, but still, even though it's about such a crazy topic, it's still a very emotionally charged episode. And I mean, there's just a wide range of emotions in every episode of this series, so it's a lot of fun.
Cool. I look forward to it. And all the episodes drop Friday. So
yes, all 8 episodes.
That's a lot. Because how long are they?
They vary a little bit. They're anywhere from 45 minutes to a little over an hour.
Great. Okay. next, why don't we go to our executive editorial director, Kyle Burbank?
Hello. So today, and I think the next couple of days, IAAPA is doing a virtual version of their annual expo. And this morning, Disney Parks Experiences and Products Chairman Josh D'Amaro gave a speech kind of mostly talking about how Disney has been reacting to the pandemic and the things they've had to put in place because of it, and kind of looking towards the future in this new normal. But as part of that, he also shared some new images and other tidbits about some of the stuff that they do have in the works. So as you can see here, kind of updates on the Avengers Campus, including the ride vehicles for the Web Slingers, the Spider-Man ride, and then also some stuff at Walt Disney World, such as it's actually Paris first. That's the gave the Art of Marvel at Hotel New York, as well as a look at the they're retheming the cars. I think it's Cars on Route 66 or something like that. So you can see it looks a lot like Catastrophe Canyon, but with Cars characters. Looks like they painted the water tower. So big development over there. And then at Walt Disney, at Epcot,
the truck too.
What's that?
The truck too.
Well, no, but I'm saying like in terms of stuff that they've actually done so far, you can see that they show us how they painted it blue.
They intentionally in this picture do not have the truck visible.
Yeah. But then we got to see the ride vehicles for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind in action. So be sure to head over to LaughingPlace.com and watch that video, since we're not going to play it for you here. But you can take a look inside the ride track there. Okay, we're going to play it here. All right.
Why not?
Video inside of a video. So yes, you can see how this combines. This is their what they call a storytelling coaster, to where it's able to be smooth and be a regular coaster, but then also turn kind of like a Doom buggy or another Omnimover thing, so that they can point you towards the stuff they want you to look at while you're on this family-friendly thrill ride.
Do we know who's riding there?
Imagineers.
Thank you.
I actually do, but I don't think you're supposed. I only know him because. Yeah, I can't say, but I do know who that is.
So yeah, as you can see some other ride vehicles and stuff, but some of the other tidbits that he mentioned was obviously Ratatouille is now going to open in 2021. They're not going to open it within the next 6 weeks. Also, a lot of the entertainment cuts that we've been seeing, they've been very heartbreaking for all of us, especially those directly affected. But D'Amaro says they're really looking to get all that entertainment back once they can. So hopefully this isn't the end for some of your favorite performers.
I do also want to point out the Utopia construction picture, just because that's a big show building. I don't know that we knew exactly what the attraction was going to be, but it's not so much tall, not that it's short, but it's a big ride.
Yeah.
What would you compare that to?
What's that?
In terms of other recent attractions, what would you compare that to, if any?
It looks, sort of like Ratatouille size. I mean, it's hard to tell because I'm not, the photography can play tricks on you.
Yeah.
But I would say it's definitely probably not as big as Runaway Railway, but definitely, I would say Ratatouille or I don't know, that kind of scope. It's I think there's questions whether it's going to be like a Fantasyland dark ride or not, but no, it's like a straight up e-ticket, at least in terms of scope.
How much would you pay for a view of that building, Benji?
Well, I got one right now. It's not quite the same as Indiana Jones show building, so.
Okay.
Back to Brady Bunch mode from photo strip mode.
Except we lost somebody.
Yeah, we did.
Who did we lose?
Oh, he was the one driving, Jeremiah.
But I can't figure out who.
It was Jeremiah.
Okay. It's really sad we can't figure out which one we lost.
So yeah, I mean, I guess that was sort of like the big thing. They also had the head of the Disney CTO, for lack of Disney Parks CTO, kind of talking how they're using technology. Not so much, he's talked briefly about COVID, and mobile ordering went from 8% to like 88%, something crazy like that in terms of use. But
I believe it was from 9 to 87.
Yeah, 987. And then, but he talked about how originally attractions were linear, like Tiki Room. Then they became interactive, like Toy Story Mania. Then they became immersive, like Galaxy's Edge. And then the next phase will be personal and social. We don't know what that means, but they call that the Disney Parks metaverse. So, and they also talked about how you could see things like Turtle Talk at home, or other sort of ways to extend Disney Parks experiences beyond the berm. So,
okay, I have to admit, I'm looking forward to debating with the team later on Disney Parks Talk Live this metaverse name. I know it's just kind of out there a little bit, but I want to chit chat a little bit more about that and just have fun with the guys speculating on what we think how this will manifest. But mostly, I just want to debate the name.
Yeah, I have thoughts. I have opinions.
Yeah, why'd they name it after that digital version of the Florida Comic-Con?
So I'm guessing you guys are going to talk about all this stuff at 4:00, right?
So yeah, Disney Parks Talk Live. That's the show. Is at 4 p.m. Pacific today, 5 hours from now. And we've got a lot of IAAPA talk because that's the big news. We're also going to be talking about Figment's cool new clothing because that's the exciting news. I think Alex Fair is the closest model to that. But it was just scrolling through that, what you just scrolled through, Kyle. I mean, that was exciting. I'm looking forward actually to hearing Mike address the bungalows for the Galactic Cruiser at some point because I feel that's right up his alley, and I want to see if that's appropriate from what he expects for such an experience. So lots of fun stuff to talk about today at 4 p.m., and that's going to be my contribution to LaughingPlace today.
Bungalows?
Bungalows. Is that not what they're called?
Hotel room?
I would say stateroom before bungalow.
So bungalows would be what employees stay in or something, huh?
But bungalows feel a bit more spacious than what was presented there.
Isn't that what? But see, I said that because when you would be in the Space Mountain queue, you would see the CMB cast member bungalow, and that's the first thing I thought of when I saw those. CMB 2000
studio lots when I think bungalow.
Fine. The staterooms on the Star Galactic Cruiser thing. So we're going to talk about that at 4:00, and we're going to debate the terminology of metaverse and bungalows.
So Tony, there was a Star Wars embargo, there was a Marvel embargo, but the embargo I was most excited for today was actually a Warner Brothers embargo. Yet
The weirdest deal of commercial licensing ever, I think. Yeah.
So I believe they're not tiny, they're not toony, but what's
that's the other one?
Yeah,
which is actually Animaniacs is actually a spin-off of Tiny Toons,
right.
Which is strange.
So how's the new Animaniacs?
Fantastic. I don't know if I could sing it. I know the embargo is there, but I don't know if I could sing a new song that they have in the very first episode. But it has been stuck in my head for 3 weeks, and it's not going anywhere. About reboots and how to rehash a brand, and I can't get it out of my head. It might be this version's United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama.
There's a moment in that episode where they flash back to the callback to the original opening theme song, where I just lost it. I was like, "This is the most '90s thing on television."
Yeah, I think my review is up also as well as everybody else's that debuted today. And I think I put the opening line as I want it to be the 90s again, either through science or magic, and this helps. It's very much still 1994 on that show, except with today's topics.
Now there are changes, but unlike DuckTales, it's the original voice cast.
Yep.
It's sort of the original style. Maybe slightly.
Oh, it's absolutely the original style, like right down to the sound effects and the animation and everything about it's the same, just technologically better.
Right, widescreen. It's not.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure it's hand drawn on a computer, so it's smooth and crisp.
13 episodes. Is that right?
13 episodes. I'm pretty sure they all hit on Friday. Yeah.
So. Because Animaniacs was best deserved in a 6-hour binge.
I love that show, but I think I could only do 5 at a time.
Well, I feel like it it ruins its effectiveness. It's like a little like, it's humor, and so at some point you just get tired of laughing.
Yeah. Well, it's also, I go back to the sound effects, that same like everything, just the adult brain, it wears thin.
So Alex, you've seen it as well. I want Tony's take on your favorite moment, your favorite new bit. Can you tell?
Okay. Starbucks and Cindy.
Alex must have watched that thing 5 times already.
I watched it twice. The first time I was like, okay, and the second time, it grew more on me, and it channels to me, and I put this in the review also, the Randy Beeman kid from the original series, where it's just the kid talking about his friend or whatever, because that's what Cindy's doing with the alien, but there's the subplot of the alien trying to get back to its ship to invade the planet. Spoilers, sorry. Watch it Friday.
I hope there's more of them, because what Hulu gave as screeners is not sequential episodes, and this appears in what's episode 10 of the 13, and I hope there's more.
Synopses also for each episode. That's the only one it appears in this season. So, from what I could tell,
but they have already been in the second season, or already in production.
Correct.
The second season will debut next year.
So hopefully,
so Alex, you actually reviewed a animated product from the Walt Disney Company, in Pixar Soul.
Soul coming to Disney Plus Christmas Day. Got to review it, got to do the press junket in addition to the virtual long lead. It's a beautiful film, very heartwarming, great message for all viewers, and I think everyone's really going to love it. I don't want to give away too much.
Without giving away too much, how hard?
You know what? I would say I'm a little calloused at the moment. Just 2020 did that to me.
Okay.
But it's Pete Docter, and if he made you cry with the montages in Up and Inside Out, then this should pull the emotions out of you. And the other thing that I think is really cool about it in terms of marketing is they've only really harvested clips from the first act. And this movie takes a big left turn that's kind of unexpected and fun. So that's really exciting too for viewers. You kind of go into it expecting something that you've seen in the trailers, and then it really becomes something different. And I think that's part of its magic.
Cool. Can I ask you a couple questions on Soul?
Yeah.
First, did we get any review copies of the Privé Revaux glasses that look so good on Jamie Foxx? No? Okay. That's too bad. I was looking forward to it.
Is that legitimate product placement?
Becca and I bought a pair each, so we'll have we'll have a full review on a future episode of Barely Necessities.
I am so happy to hear that. And then second, does the movie suffer from lack of Cliff Clavin?
No, not at all. And I think it has an uncredited cameo. If it's not a cameo, it's a really good impersonation of another actor who's been a part of Pixar in the past. That's a fun little Easter egg for people. But I rewatched it after realizing he's not in it. He's not credited. John Ratzenberger, for those who don't know who Cliff Clavin is, it doesn't detract from anything. It took me a minute. I was not a Cheers fan. I didn't grow up with Cheers.
Okay, fair enough. I'm done. Cannot wait to see those glasses.
And in this year, when the Postal Service is more important now than ever.
I know. Newman, Cliff Clavin, stand up, be proud.
Yeah, I went back through it after realizing it, and I would pause, and like places that seemed like an obvious place for him weren't there. I will also say the Pizza Planet truck must be really well hidden. I can't find that, and I haven't seen A113. And those are both usually fairly easy to find. But this does take place in a city, and there are a lot of like wide shots of New York with cars going by. So I would try and pause those and look for the familiar Pizza Planet truck colors or the rocket ship. But I didn't see it. So if they're in it, it's very well hidden.
Interesting if they just took this opportunity to break with tradition and say, we don't have to keep doing this all the time anymore. It's okay to do something different.
We'll find out. Now, John Ratzenberger is listed as part of the cast of Luca, the next Pixar film. But he was also listed as part of the cast in a lot of places for Soul. So I don't know how much that's true.
I don't think it's an overstatement to say Pixar diverting from formula might be the cause of 2020.
Oh, interesting theory.
So Rebecca.
I'm here. Sorry, I was working. What do you need?
No, we're just what do you got to contribute today? You're a surprise guest.
Well,
so I figured I'd.
Oh man, you guys have been so busy. I've been just trying to keep up with everything that LP's been putting out there today, with all the IAAPA recaps and all the Mando Monday merchandise. And then Mike and I are going to be talking about that this afternoon, probably, but around 1:15, 1:30. We want to give our team enough time to purchase some of those collectibles that come on sale at 1 o'clock. So we're gonna delay it just a little bit. In fact, I'm gonna have to talk with you later, Ben. I think we want to shift the time so we can give ourselves a chance to buy more of that stuff.
Yeah, but that might be the most LP thing ever, is adjusting our operation schedule because we want to purchase merchandise.
I assume that's what Jeremiah is.
So, well, that's been part of the challenge with doing these Mando Monday updates with Mike, because in the midst of our talk, they would unveil an entirely new collection of merchandise specifically related to that week's episode. So like last week, while Mike and I were talking about the episode, The Passenger, list of about a dozen or so items specifically featuring, Frog Lady and the child and those eggs and that kind of thing, they all popped up. But Mike and I were already, mid-show. So maybe we're thinking if we push it a little bit, we'll be able to talk about it. But this week, we're going to be talking about the episode The Heiress. And I'm excited to learn from Mike C. a bit more about the characters that are in that. I'm sure that he will educate me on the arc of the Mandalore.
I think you've watched the Clone Wars more than I have. So,
so I was at the office, and our operations manager came up and he's like, "Did you see Bo-Katan was in the Clone Wars?" And I'm like, in Mandalorian. And I was like, one, you know who Bo-Katan is? And then the only way I knew was because I watched it with the captioning on. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Because, it's a different medium. And I just didn't.
Yeah. No, for me, it was one of those things where I felt bad that I didn't realize who it was when you initially saw her helmet through the grate. I was like, I should know who that is. And then when she spoke, that's when I realized who was rescuing the Mandalorian. So it was cool. But so yeah, I'm a little bit up.
You got a lot to talk about today. Some neat stuff coming out today, and then a lot at the park. So you're gonna have a busy day. Got to keep getting occupied so you can.
And bungalows. Don't talk about bungalows. Save those for me and Park Talk.
Well, tomorrow's Life Day, so Mike and I will be having like non-Mando. I'm sure Mando will find his way in, but right, Mike? I'll be honest. I have never seen the Star Wars Holiday Special, so I am very much looking forward to being educated on that by Mike C.
I've seen the Star Wars Holiday Special probably 6 more times than I've seen the Clone Wars, so I feel more qualified to talk about that.
I have a DVD you can borrow.
So Mike and I will be chatting about that tomorrow. So today is Mando, tomorrow is Life Day. I'll learn about Life Day. We'll talk about the Lego Holiday Special that I'll be watching once it drops on Disney Plus, because Mike got to do the sneak peek thing, so he's already ready to talk about it. I'll be ready to talk about it when we talk about it tomorrow.
The best part of the Star Wars Holiday Special are the 1970s commercials, if you have a copy that is not edited.
Oh, cool. Okay, I will keep that in mind.
It's like the Musketeers at Disney World.
Right.
For some reason, the commercials are in there.
What's Jeremiah got going on today?
Well, so hang on. Talking about Life Day, we're actually going to have 2 Life Day streams. Rebecca and Mike will be doing their Star Wars talk show at 4 p.m. But at noon, we will be doing a Life Day celebration with the LaughingPlace team. Mike will be at Disneyland checking out their new Galaxy's Edge merchandise that's being released. Jeremiah will be up at 2 checking out what's going on over there to celebrate the special day. So we're going to have some fun to celebrate Life Day, and then the actual grown-ups in the room, Mike and Rebecca, will take it real and have an important discussion about the Star Wars Holiday Special and Life Day at 4 p.m. Pacific.
Oh, by the way, if any of you want to jump in and join us for the Lego Holiday Special Talk, just drop me a message. Okay? We'd love more voices.
Speak for yourself.
Wow.
Nice. As I was saying that, I was like, I probably should have read that by Mike.
You broke Doobie. So once again, Mike and Rebecca will be back this afternoon for Mando Mondays, and then Tony will be covering the Fantasia Legacy presentation for D23. Mike will be covering the Galaxy's Edge presentation, and then at 4 p.m. We have Parks Talk, and then at 7:30, Alex and myself, and if anyone else wants to join, we'll be doing LP Movie Club for the Disney classic, Mr. Magoo.
Classic Mr. Magoo. This is
Which
the classic
version of Mr.
right?
Magoo is it? We were talking about this at the live stream earlier.
The Leslie Nielsen.
That's what we thought.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Walt Disney Pictures version.
Okay. We didn't know if there was like some kind of montage of clips and shorts.
There's a lot of Mr. Magoo out there. I want to say it's all on Boomerang. I think Warner Brothers owns it. And there's a Mr. Magoo Christmas Carol.
They own Animaniacs also, yet here I am.
I know. And Cloud.
I have a special outfit for our Mr. Magoo talk. Do you want to see what it is?
Yes.
Wow.
This is when I realized Dewey doesn't know what the plot of Mr. Magoo is.
I can't see.
Right, because he can't find his glasses.
I watched the cartoon back in the day.
Okay.
Was that before or after Cheers?
Long before. Although it did star Cliff Clavin, if I recall correctly. Who was the voice of Mr. Magoo back then? It was someone.
Jim Backus from.
Yeah, it was Mr. Howe. Thurston Howe III. That's right.
We watched a Columbo episode where Leslie Nielsen was the murder victim the other day.
That is a serious episode. Well, I'm sorry, a serious Leslie Nielsen. Columbo's my second all-time favorite TV show.
So I have a question, Jimmy. When you watched Mr. Magoo in its first run, starting in 1949, where did it rank?
Perhaps I was watching reruns or a reboot, but I did see it on television when I was a child. Or I tried to see it, but I couldn't find my glasses.
Well, we're going to be talking about the version starring Swamp Fox. And I'll probably throw in a few airplane references, just because, why not?
Since Jeremiah's not here, can Tony talk just a tiny bit about what they did this morning?
Yes, Tony, please share.
Okay. Jeremiah went to Disney Springs and he did a scavenger hunt to find all the trees because they're all out now finally. And you get the map and you can go through and find them, but you have to mark that you found them yourself with stickers in the right location. And then after that, you get a button that says, what is it? Christmas tree stroll or troll, Doobie?
So I read it wrong and I put in the notes on the banner, Christmas tree troll.
So I have a quick question. We're going to take a quick poll. Is anyone surprised that, raise your hand if you were surprised that Doobie got that wrong. Now raise your hand if you're not surprised you got that wrong.
Boss.
Abstain.
Boss.
And I know you weren't in the Disney Trivia Live the other day, but we save criticisms of Doobie for Slack only. It's a new policy we have. We're not allowed to correct him on the air.
That's right.
Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate that very much.
So we're going to have to increase the 5 gigabyte subscription then, right?
My Slack has been blowing up lately as a result, yes. I started this website. Stop making fun of me.
That's
But
part of
Pixar evolved, didn't it?
Oh, man, Tony.
We're not going to get back into that whole what Pixar does debate again.
My favorite Pixar.
I have
Valiant is my
nobody to
favorite
take my
Pixar.
keyboard away this time.
Valiant is my
There
favorite
used to be a
Pixar
time
movie
where
of
we
all
could watch
time.
all of our live streams. That day has passed, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
No,
But
no,
in any case,
I said I asked a question about a Pixar short, and the answer was Feast. And apparently Tony got so mad he broke his television.
That's not Pixar. Feast is not a Pixar short.
Correct.
That's why Tony
That's
got mad.
correct.
Yeah, we have a
And so-
Wednesday in our kitchen, by the way.
And then it got everyone going, pretty much naming every 3D movie in the world as being a Pixar movie, like Valiant and The Wild.
To a point where people who live with me had to take away my devices because I was very angry.
Well,
Great
if
moment.
you think that's bad, the moderator of the Soul press junket referred to Moana as a Pixar movie, and Pete Docter didn't correct her.
Pete Docter's a friendly fellow.
Yes, he just let it slide.
Keen guy.
Keen, very keen.
Okay. Now that we've
Disney
gone
Trivia
full-
Live, Tuesdays and Saturdays, all kinds of fun.
Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific.
Enjoy the party. I got to get back into it. I was watching most episodes, but I've fallen off because usually I'm asleep by 7:30 Pacific.
Somebody keeps playing as Benji.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was him.
No, I played Benji this week because it was pets, and so I wanted to be like the dog.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, that makes sense. All right, Benji, close us out.
One time I came there and there was someone playing as your mom. But I'm not quite sure if that was your mom.
It probably was my mom. Yeah.
Wow. Did she
My
do
grandma, my mother-in-law plays like every time. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, take away friends
Anyway.
and family and no one watches the show. Is the moral of the
Right,
story.
I think that's okay. So more to come. We got another show in just about probably about 2 hours. So we'll get back to actually posting the news. And till then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.